Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you a little bit hungover. It is New Year's Day, but I'm here to remind you I am engaged and I'm in full wedding planning mode, or really not full wedding planning mode. We still have another 9 months. Talk to me again in like 3 or 4 months. We'll see how we are at that point in my life. But apparently I learned 9 months out is about when you want to start looking for wedding dresses. From like just having an idea to having it be a real thing takes about 6 months, and then you want 3 additional months to do alterations. So I wanted just to make a little video on my personal journey to getting my wedding dress. So let me start off by saying that I was never a person who like envisioned my wedding or like dreamed of my wedding or made Pinterest boards and whatnot. That was never me. I was very much an awkward kid, and I didn't think anybody would want to get married to me. So therefore I just never really like planned a wedding when I was a kid, much less envisioned myself in a wedding dress. And I think the other part of why I never envisioned myself in like a stereotypical wedding dress, because I was, 1, very much a tomboy growing up, and 2, I think the wedding industry is very European centric, at least like mainstream wedding culture here in America. So overall, like growing up and like early adulthood, I don't know, I just never saw myself in a wedding dress. But to kind of counteract that, I've decided to go more culturally significant with my wedding dress. So I want to go with something that is actually a kimono or kimono inspired. It all kind of started with this image here. I really like this, and I feel like it's like a nice combination of both my Asian and American cultural heritage. Over the holidays, I was visiting with family and doing a little bit more, wedding talk and whatnot. In the hotel, I did a lot of browsing on just like Google Images, Etsy, things like that for kimono-esque wedding dresses, varying from actual kimonos and just like kimono inspired. I am so annoyed with every single white bohemian woman wearing a kimono style dress, going like this, wearing a dress. I'm so sick of looking at those. So like, I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards an actual kimono, but my issue with actual kimonos is that the neckline is really high up here. Usually the fabric is very heavy, it gets very hot. The other thing is, in actual Asian cultures, it's not super common to wear white because white is associated with death, and you don't exactly want that at a wedding. Obviously times have changed a little bit and it's a little bit easier to find white kimono dresses, but it just tends to be discouraged. Usually they want to go more red or just some sort of very ornate pattern. Because I am both American and Asian, I think I want to go with the white dress. So basically, in my research of trying to find a kimono dress, I found these images, which are kind of like the shape of the dress that I want. I don't really want to go with that traditional kimono shape where the neckline is way up here. It trails on the ground like forever and the fabric is just really heavy. I want to go with something a little bit more modern and shows a little bit more of my body. These images are originally from an Etsy listing, however, they don't have a white version. This particular style apparently is just also a standard kimono. It just seems like the model is wearing it in a different way. So I actually have a couple of kimonos of my own in storage right now, and I just want to pull them out and play with the fitting to see if I can just order a regular white kimono and just not wear it the way that they do in images. Now, the other source of inspiration I had is this Etsy listing, which I think I'm gonna buy this dress potentially. Now, this is technically not a kimono, it's called a hanfu, which is Chinese. I mean, the fact that when you do a Google search of white kimono, this pops up. Not to mention the hanfu is older than the kimono and heavily influenced the construction of a kimono. I still think it's fine to wear it at my wedding. I'm gonna put on my kimonos that I have stored underneath my bed just to like see what they look like and show you guys. This is like kind of how I wanted it styled, a little bit more of like the open shoulder and whatnot. This is like kind of an old kimono, so it doesn't have like the proper tyings and whatnot. Also, this is for the wrong color, so but yeah, this is like kind of how I want to style it. This is not actually what I wanted to wear, but you know, I'm just kind of playing around with stuff. This one's made out of cotton, so it's a little bit stiffer and doesn't move as well. I have a different one that is silk. Let's see how that one moves and whatnot. All right, here's the silk one, or rather just the more synthetic fabric one. It does flow a little bit better. Even though I like how this flows, it does not stay where you want it. Like if I were to get like a silk one, I would want to make sure it has all the proper hooks and is like taped down exactly where I want it to be. I think I want to just see what the hanfu looks like, so let's go ahead and order it. Look what came in the mail. Ignore the state of my room. We're currently washing the sheets. This is supposedly has my dress in it, as well as a little bonus item that I got for myself. Let's see what it looks like. This fell out. This is the little bonus item that I got. It's a little snake claw clip. I kind of want to have my hair up in like a East Asian reminiscent, like with like the hair sticks and charms and whatnot. So I'm gonna play around with this. I'm not super set on the idea of it being a claw clip or like my hair being straight or anything like that. I just realized I wasn't recording that whole time, but basically I figured out what pieces go where. The reason why there's so many pieces is because there's a couple of color options, I think, for belts. It's basically 3 different jacket shawls, and then I can pick which color of belt to go around. They're like different opacities, so like one is the most opaque, and I think that's the base layer one to keep everything covered. And then there's one that's very sheer and gauzy looking, and I think that one goes on the outside, and then there's like an in-between one. I'm gonna get changed, and we'll see what it looks like. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready. Ready? What do we think? I really like it, honestly. Like, the way that it's very flowy. I wish the neckline maybe went like a little bit lower, but I might be able to like fudge that. I was trying to like fudge it with the like little ties here and whatnot. I'm also not positive if this belt is supposed to go on the inside of this like outermost robe or on the outside. I currently have it tied on the outside, and I feel like it gives me a little bit more shape. I have some friends coming over in a couple of hours, and I kind of want to see their reaction. Ooh, I want to see how it looks with the hair clip. Hold on. Bro, I have a lot of freaking hair, okay? So I don't know how the claw clip is gonna work. I'm also like not dragging on the floor, which is really great. As far as like structure wise, I think it's really good. I think the material is very pretty. I think it needs to be ironed. I might like find something where the sash is like a different color to like match the theme color. We'll work on the hair. I think this could be a solid contender. And the hands are a little bit impractical, but not super impractical. Let's see what my friends say when they come here in like a couple hours. Okay, so my friends saw the wedding dress. They both really liked it. One of them is a friend, and one of them is a friend and a bridesmaid. And so essentially the conclusion that we came down to is that I think this is a good option for a ceremony dress. Maybe not so much reception, particularly the sleeves. I can tell are going to get in the way quite a bit. And also it is just a very distinct look, and I understand as like a bride you're kind of supposed to stand out amongst the crowd, but I don't know, that's just not my personality. And yeah, potentially this dress that I ordered online is going to be the ceremony dress, and I might find an option for the reception. Things that my friends liked about the dress: it looks very ethereal, it looks very me. My friend went immediately for my hair to just fix it, because she does hair. She doesn't do hair, but she did her own prom hair and her friend's hair, and was told that it looked like it was done by a professional. So she very much wanted to like fix my hair to like make it look better and more wedding-y, at least with what we can do right now. And I just straight up asked her, can you just do my hair for my wedding? Because I'm planning on doing my own makeup for my wedding. I've heard advice that if you typically do your makeup and you have somebody else do your makeup for your wedding day, they have said that that the brides don't necessarily look like themselves when they have somebody else do their makeup if they typically do their own makeup on a regular basis. So I was going to just do my own makeup, and I trust myself to be able to do a good job with that. But my hair, don't know what I'm going to do with that. I was probably just going to hire somebody potentially, but a couple of issues with that is that one, most people that do hair for weddings typically do both hair and makeup. I feel a little weird just asking just to do hair. And second of all, I want somebody who will cater to my Asian hair, which is stick straight, and I like that it is very stick straight, and I like how long it is. I want somebody to be able to style it like that. I don't really want it to be curled, but I get that curling it is just that kind of elevation, but it doesn't feel like me, which is, you know, something that not a lot of hairstylists would necessarily recommend. So I just straight up asked my friend if she could do my hair for my wedding, and she'd be fine with that. I've known her for quite a while. She was on this channel before. The other ultimate conclusion that I came to is I said that I can't see myself in anything else on my wedding day, but I've also never seen myself in anything else. So I do just want to see what my options are. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to book an appointment, which I did. So part 2 of my wedding dress search is going to be going to my appointment, and hopefully I'm able to come to a final decision at that point. So if you want to stick around for that journey, stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, comment your thoughts on my wedding dress, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.